We are here at HAMACON in the Conchairs room, actually. Fool. Haha, screw you, Michelle. I mean...
Wow. Okay.
That's okay. She never listens to these things.
Oh, she doesn't. Okay.
We certainly didn't go through your stuff.
Totally did not. I have the Chainsaw Peanut Gallery behind me.
Hey!
Yeah, peanuts.
And with me is the wonderful voice actress, Jessica Straus.
Hello.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
What do I? What don't I do? No. I am a voiceover actress, and primarily I've gotten most of my works in interactive games. Although I did start in anime, and I currently work mostly in interactive games and animation. And people might know me as Juri from Super Street Fighter and Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I'm also Sonya in Rune Factory, Ties of Destiny, Fodra Queen in Tales of Graces. In Transformers, I play Slipstream, Hack, GU, I'm Pi, Star Oceans 4, Myriad. I could go on for a while, but... And I also, in anime, I started in Fuikui and Wolf's Rain and a lot of great series. If you want to know more about me, you can go to www.jessicastraus.com and look at my credits there. Wikipedia is a good place. I've done a lot of RPG games, and a lot of them are up there. And IMDb has my credits.
So what has been the most interesting things that you've been able to do with voice acting?
Interesting. In what way? You mean zany?
Intriguing, zany.
Intriguing and zany. Well, Juri is intriguing and zany because when I play her, I'm a person that's very normal. But when I play Juri, I get to it changes my whole perspective on the world and how I look at the world. And she has a very controlling nature. She always wants to be in charge and win. And also, she's very low-key, and she's very evil. So that's a lot of fun to play. And a lot of her lines were really fun. Like, when she hurts somebody, she says, that felt good, didn't it? I mean, most characters aren't going to be saying that. It's a little bit on the edge. I did have a fan come up to me and question me about if you just listen to Juri without any of the action. He was questioning the content or how it made him feel. He got a little nervous. I've never had anybody at this con. Somebody asked me about that, and he goes, "It kind of goes to the edge of where it could be not on a game." And I was like, "What?" But but otherwise, I think a lot of, and even women are really motivated, and I've had women fans come up to me about her and say, "You have changed my life," and I'm not sure how that is, but I think there's something empowering about Juri. That because she doesn't have any fear, and she's really connected to her femininity as well as her male energy. So that's from an acting standpoint. But she's an interesting character to play because she has so much strength, but also she's very sexual, and people are kind of scared of her, I suppose. And then I've played flying chickens and penguins and lots of other wacky stuff.
So I noticed in the program guide it mentioned evil babies. What was...
Yes, evil babies. I brought that up at the last panel. Mixmaster 2 is actually an anime type series, but it was in Korea. Sunwoo Entertainment does it, but they sold it abroad. They haven't sold it in the United States yet. And the original series, when it was just Mixmaster, was done in Canada. And anyway, in that series, I got to play a bunch of characters. Eva, a flying yellow chicken, and also a wacky school teacher. And then at the end of the series, I'm not going to tell you what happens in case somebody is watching it, but they were wondering who could do the evil baby. And I had never done an evil baby. I've done baby, I've done evil, but never the two combined. And the baby had godlike powers. And so it was a really cool, role. And so I mention it because it got me more work. So it is a selling point for your career. If you can do evil babies, you'll get more work. Yeah, the evil baby, and gosh, I don't have the script for that, so I don't remember the evil baby lines, but I got to. He was probably up here, and when he didn't get what he wanted, he cried! You know, so and he'd also like curse his enemies. I don't like you. You know, he's and then he'd zap him and freeze him or something like that. But it was kind of an interesting evil character to play.
So how did you get started in the whole voiceover industry?
Voiceover, I started as an actress in theater, and I did a lot of characters on stage, and that allowed me to be wacky, you know, within the character. A lot of children's theater. I started training in college, and then I kept on training when I was in Los Angeles, and I was doing on camera, and I kind of thought, you know, I'm not, in on camera you have to look the part, and I played so many characters, so I kind of stumbled into voiceover, did a demo, and then I started getting work. And that's where I got most of my work. Now,
since I know that you do a lot of work in games now, especially, do you ever try to play any of the games, or do you just don't care?
I do care. I do care deeply. I wish I had time to play more of the games. Actually, I just got a message from some of the actors that are on Super Street Fighter, and we're all going to get together and play the game. Now, some of those guys must have the game. So I don't have the game, but we're going to all get together and play and act as our characters, I guess. And play each other as our characters. I don't know if I have to get an outfit. I don't think so. But I'm looking forward to that. And the first game that I was on, Diablo 2, I did get. And when I was sick, I played it all the way through. And it was so addicting. I really loved it. And I do like playing the games. And the only times I get to play is if I go to somebody's house that has the game, or if I go to a con and they're playing.
So are you planning to get sick anytime soon so you can play Diablo 3?
You know, I'd like to play Diablo 3. I really would. Because I think it looks really cool. I did get it. Yeah. No, well, I'd have to buy the game, right? So the game companies don't send you the games, which is really sad. It's not like you're on the game and they send it to you. So, yeah. But if I have time, I would totally be up for playing the games. I like them.
Now, since now we know that video game people are cheapskates, are the
no,
anime
they're not
people...
cheapskates. They cast a lot of people, so they're not going to send... You know, in case people... No, they're not. I didn't mean that. But they probably think, you know, they're not going to give it to all the voice actors because there's a lot of voice actors on each game. So that's a lot of mailing.
You hear that, Capcom? Send her some games.
Yeah, send me some games. Send me some... Yeah.
So to do the anime folks, they ever send you? They ever sent you copies of the anime that you've worked on before, or
no?
Are they also cheapskates?
No, they're not. I was just trying to. I didn't mean it that way. Oh man! Oh gosh.
She's tired. Stop baiting her.
Yeah, you know what?
Basil's engaging in hack journalism.
Oh my gosh! No, they're not cheap. If they send me the game,
new journalism.
I'm more of this.
New journalism.
It's entrapment.
The point is not that the gaming companies are cheap. Is that if you put the game in front of me, I'll play it. There you go.
Okay.
If you mail it to me, I'll definitely take the time to play it. Or if it's here at the con, I'll play it. But when you're voice acting, you get different. I'm not just doing games; I'm doing animation. And so I'll look up a game on YouTube and I'll watch how it's played before I do the voice acting for it to see how the tone is for the game. But in general, unfortunately, I don't have time.
What project have you ever worked on that does not feature giant robots could be improved by the addition of giant robots?
What?
Okay. Of all the projects,
I wasn't prepared for a giant robot question, so.
Nobody.
Well, then I'll go back and use an easier one. What's your favorite candy or sweet?
Oh, I like Swiss chocolate.
Is that, are you looking for more of the milky side, the more dark side?
The milky side.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
If you must.
Got her mic.
I'm easy to get into trouble, so please.
That wasn't a gotcha question.
Yeah, this is the worst gotcha question ever. What kind of chocolate do you like?
I tend the truth comes out of my mouth a lot, so I try to really censor myself here.
After the cheapskate question, everything
Now Basil's gonna be like, what do you have
troll.
against dark chocolate?
No, I like dark chocolate. I like all kinds of chocolate, even with nuts, okay?
That's a politician's question. I like them all.
I like all kinds of robots, big, small. I played a robot.
Basil,
Okay,
for
so-
the love of all that's holy, don't ask her if she loves America. Let's just assume that she does.
Okay. We'll completely change track. All right. Take Dylan over here. Oh, he's a nice guy, average build. He's wearing a Trek shirt at an anime con. I don't know what's up with that.
It's the only place I feel comfortable wearing it. I bought one. I've
Yeah,
never
you
worn it.
should wear it around the
Oh,
house
yeah.
more. You don't ever
So,
wear it at home.
do you think he has short hair
Yeah.
and a beard and mustache? How do we think we could change the facial hair and his hair to make him look more attractive?
Wait, what happened to robots? What
Okay,
Make him more
if
attractive
we
to robots.
if we
So
make him
fun.
more attractive to robots, yes. How can we make Dylan more attractive to robots?
Like when the robot overlord or uprising comes about to be more of a
you're
attractive
you're
to kill.
going to have to be more eloquent in your speech.
I'm
when the
just
robot overlords
confused by
come.
being like, I don't know why I became the target.
Basil,
Because
don't-
chocolate was off the books, therefore Dylan had to be put on
So
the
you
books.
found the closest victim, like, he'll do.
Yes, you're the first person I turned to and saw. To be perfectly honest here.
I'm
Sit
glad
over
Basil
there.
didn't start like over here. He started over that way.
Yeah, if you're sitting in the middle.
Let's get this over with. Do what you're gonna do.
See what it feels like to be interviewed by Basil.
It doesn't help that we're here. We've got to start things off track.
Man, he's giving you the Jessica treatment. It's awful.
So, what do you think we should do with him? Should we
Do with him to what?
to make him more appealing to the robot masses?
To the
Dylan,
robot
To kill
masses.
or to be like their leader.
No, to date.
That's creepy.
I think maybe give him a nice hat.
Yeah, I agree. Nice hat.
What kind of hat?
A tin hat.
Tin foil, maybe?
Turn a
Yeah,
funnel-
tinfoil
turn a
hat. Because
funnel
you were talking
upside
about
down.
robots, right?
Right.
Yeah. And shiny pants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like it?
Like maybe some shiny hammer pants, like
Yeah.
they're really baggy. Well, that way they won't like chafe. Like you won't get like metal chafe would be really bad.
Yeah.
Like
But yeah, just shiny pants, not metal pants.
Dylan,
Okay.
just for the record,
I don't know. This
What do
is
you
the
do for
weirdest
a living?
interview I've ever had. So if you wanted to ask me that question,
What do I do for a living?
yeah, what do you do for a living? Just so we can put this robot overlord thing to bed.
I'm a software developer.
Yeah, so you can probably talk to the robots pretty easily. Given that you understand the format of the program, then.
No.
No?
Yes, but for the sake of argument, yes. I can
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about it.
say
Let's go with that.
we'll say that Dylan will be our new ruler when the robot uprising occurs.
Wow.
good. Well,
well,
I'm relieved.
that's
Feel
a
better
way
already.
off my chest.
All right.
And he's gonna look good too while doing it now. That's
Robot.
important.
With his hat and shiny pants.
There's a lot of robots now. I mean, it's true. You gotta look
Okay.
good for them.
Apparently, if you're going to be a robot politician,
I think some people who's listening to this.
No one at this point, but you know. Okay, back to more.
You might want to make this a late night podcast.
It might be, but
Okay. Seriously
what has been
now.
what's been one of the more harder directional cues you have taken in your various roles?
Oh, when someone's giving me a direction?
Right.
You know, I don't know if I can think of a specific direction, but since you brought up robots, I have played a computer. And I played Eva in Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun, and that was a difficult role because in the sense that I have to be a computer for 4 hours. So it was constantly initiating global sequence. You know, you're always talking in the staccato and if I got the tone a little bit off, I'd have to do the take again. So after a while, it's almost brain numbing to play a computer. But also some of the languaging, you have to do it very precise. So that was hard. Doing that, taking the direction on that because it was very specific, very technical, and I'm a very emotional actress when I get a part. So there was no emotion playing the computer.
What has been your most emotional role?
The first one comes to mind is Blue from Wolf's Rain. I remember by the end, that was an intense part, and by the end, I don't want to say the end of the series, but there was a lot of crying involved, and so by the end, I remember feeling emotionally exhausted after playing her. I think a lot of people in that series felt that way. Like I remember one session, half the session was crying or just being really emotional, really intense. Yeah, but she was really cool to play though because I think a lot of people could relate to her in the sense that she came from a place where she wasn't understood by the people, her family, and then she didn't even know who she was until she discovers that she's a wolf and with magical powers, and she finds the other people that are like her. And so there's everybody experiences that in life to a certain extent if they don't have a family unit that they are understood and fit into. So that was a really emotional role. In Appleseed too, there was a part in the movie where Doonan sees a computer generated thing of her mother who has died and sees herself as a little girl, and I had to play that scene over and over again, and that was really an emotional scene. And I remember everybody in the studio was crying because I had to they came out crying because it was about, we all connected to what it meant to lose somebody that was really loving.
Okay,
So that's really deep, and so we can go on to chickens or something.
well then, what was your most jubilant
My most
role?
jubilant. Well, the most sugary sweet was Rune Factory, the Sonia role. She's got pink hair. She's always talking about dating or having kids or getting married, and everything was happy. And by the end of the session, we're all smiling, and it almost seemed like a pink light took over the studio. You know, the series I'm working on right now, where I play penguins. That's pretty fun. We're always laughing. Because they're little boy penguins, and it's just getting into that kid mentality where you see life as an 8-year-old kid or a 5-year-old kid, and at least that's how I get into character. And so just playing catch with a ball or discovering a kite and getting it to fly, just those simple things, the way kids get a big kick out of that. It's like it becomes really funny for some reason.
So
Yeah.
since you're at HAMACON, what's your favorite things to do besides the stuff that you have to do at a con, like your panels and whatnot? What do you enjoy doing at a con?
I not because I like to sign my name, but but I actually like the autograph sessions because I like one-on-one time, and then I like the kids that come up and they have the different individual things to say. Like I had a kid that came from band camp, and so we had a conversation about what musical instrument he plays, and I get more one-on-one time with the fans, and I get to know what they like about what I do, and then I connect, and sometimes it's not about me, it's more about how my work has affected them. And some of them have, when they come up to you and they give you a big hug and they say, oh, that character changed my life, you know, you're like, wow, I was just in a dark booth with a director and an engineer and you didn't know you were going to change somebody's life, you know. I think that's my favorite part is meeting the fans one-on-one.
So do you?
But I like to party with you guys later.
Awesome.
All right, yeah.
So do you tend to prefer like a larger convention where you get to meet a whole lot of people but don't get to spend as much one-on-one time, or a smaller one where you meet fewer people but you do get to spend more one-on-one time talking to fans?
I like them both because the big conventions have that kind of crowd, overwhelming, cheering feel, you know. But the smaller conventions, your head's okay at the end. You know, your brain isn't vibrating from all the people. But I like both. I can't say I have a favorite. Okay, I like smaller conventions.
What do you have in this large?
We ask for the worst gotcha question.
Smaller conventions. This is yeah.
We're working our way up the cable news network ladder.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the Republican primary right now?
No, don't do that. No, we're not gonna.
It's the most cable news question I know to ask. John's fault.
I'm
Bring
sorry.
it, cable
It's
news.
All right, so how do we make John more appealing to robots?
That's a great question.
Shade his head, painted silver. That's one step. Earrings.
All right. I think that's it, really. I mean, he's pretty attracted to robots already.
True.
So I think just the
Well, it depends. Is he a robot equal or a robot like something that they can play with or something?
In Soviet Russia, robots play with you.
Whoa.
I mean, he could be a robot accessory. Depending on
You know, they can put me around their wrist.
That's right. We could dress
they're
them
a
up in a
giant
colored outfit that makes them attractive because they only see in black and white. Never mind.
Think of dogs.
You want
You know, when the dog revolution happens, the dogs become our overlords.
The dog storm.
The dogs.
I thought the cats were in charge.
They are, but the dogs will overthrow them.
Do you think so? I think the
Dog
cats will rule.
apocalypse. So
The dogs have enthusiasm on their side.
Well, no,
That's
the
true.
cats do rule, but when the dog storm occurs,
Oh, okay.
and the dogs have now taken their place upon the throne, and then they're like, "Why were y'all talking about robots, not dogs? What's your
There will
problem?"
be robot dogs in the dog store.
Oh,
Major
okay.
John Hodgman.
Have we gone into a different dimension?
Yes.
Yeah.
Possibly beyond space and
the
time.
basal zone.
If I open that door, will we still be in Alabama?
I'm not sure. What happened? It's my state. Gee.
It's not my fault Alabama's a horrible place.
Neither the time.
All right. Well,
We are from Tennessee.
That- that's
you're all
true.
from Tennessee.
Yes.
Oh, I've been to Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee.
It's better than
Nice.
Alabama. You don't have to say it. I won't make you say it, but I can see it in your eyes. It's okay.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
We can all agree we're all better than Arkansas. That's or at least the eastern part of it.
That's,
I've only been to Tennessee.
See?
Both are cool.
see,
Oh, there
both
you
are
go.
cool.
No, you
Both
can't work-
are
no,
cool.
You can't work both sides. I'm sorry.
All
I see
right.
what it was. You're setting her up to where she wasn't going to give biased answers anymore. So you're like, oh,
No,
what's she like?
I've
Oh,
learned. No. No,
So between biased answers and unbiased answers, which do you prefer?
I prefer being in the now and answering. No, it's.
Good answer. Good answer.
All right.
Straus
Okay.
2012.
Well, I can also do this is also my weirdest interview I've ever conducted
It's
too.
gotta be the
So
weirdest one. I don't know why.
Therefore, the best.
I'm blaming these guys.
You should.
Oh yes, because
I think
It's-
it was
it's-
the whole robot thing that
Yeah.
just got us off. Like,
to new lands and
yeah.
where no man's gone. See, it's the Star Trek shirt. It is the Star Trek shirt trying to go where no man's gone before.
Or it's that
And the
place at
robots.
the convention where we've just had enough, where we're going into another mindset.
Yes, of oh god, there's more convention.
There's more conventions.
Not enough sleep to go around.
More fun for everybody.
All right. Well, then finally, if there is a parting thought for those that are still listening, could take home and take to their heart, what would it be?
A parting thought?
Yes.
Now we're on Springer.
What?
Now we're on Springer.
A thought for the fans, or
Yes.
Just a thought? Game on.
Well, I mean, you could have a more complete thought.
you just said parting thought.
Because it could be, I mean, if they're interested in acting, I could say something, or just games.
Oh, you're overthinking it.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Or,
No, I
about-
appreciate all the fans that have supported my work, and if you would like to visit me and chat with me, please go to my website, and there's a Facebook icon that you can click on and join me there. Ask me any questions, post images of your favorite characters, and say hello on Facebook. That's the best place to get in contact with me.
All right. Well, thank you very much for this most interesting interview that's been recorded and put to audio
To this date.
ever.
Ever.
And robot overlords, if you're listening to this, we apologize
We're
sincerely.
And no, we have,
Cat overlord.
we just have wild imagination. We're not,
We're not onto your plans yet or anything. No.
there's,
Yeah.
this is just the fun of this, of HAMACON.
That's right.
That's what happened, and this is how this interview evolved.
And that's our story, and we're sticking to
That's
it.
right, we're sticking to it.
Thank you for being here, and until next time, we are out.